friends, cheer up my friends, we'll make you smile. Hit like and subscribe, please do this now. Let's have some fun, while we talk and share. Enjoy our show, we'll have a great time. Yay! To all the fathers living on earth and in heaven. 1, 2, 3, go. Our dear and loving Father, you are loved by us so much. Your caring ways brings us a sense of protection. And the guidance and love you give makes us so happy. Our dear and loving Father, you are loved so very much. You mean the whole wide world and more to us. We are so proud to be your children. Thank you for being our Father. Love you, Daddy. Welcome to the Mariella Show. Yes, welcome everyone. We're having such a special show today. Yes, we are. It's our Father's Day show. And we'd like to thank all the dads out there. You're all wonderful, and the dads in heaven. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the wonderful dads out there. Definitely. Yes. Cheers. Very nice. Very tasty wine. Not too sweet today. It sure is. But anyways, I'd like to talk a little bit about the history of Father's Day. In May of 1909, a woman by the name of Sonora Smart Dodd of Spokane, Washington, sat in a church listening to a Mother's Day sermon. She decided she wanted to designate a day for her dad, and the first Father's Day was celebrated a year later. So at the first Father's Day celebration, which took place in 1910, young women handed out red roses to their fathers, their daddies, during a church service. And large baskets full of roses, full of red roses, were passed around, and attendees were encouraged to pin on a rose in honor of their fathers. Aww. And later brought roses and gifts to homebound fathers too. Wasn't that beautiful? That's so sweet. So well organized. Yes, it was. I love this history. It's very, very very touching. Yes. Well, Ella, talking about Father's Day, what was actually your favorite, or your dad's, I should say your dad's favorite Father's Day? Oh, my father was the most wonderful dad ever. I love my father. My dad was. And so he's been in heaven ever since. They both were wonderful. Oh, your dad. It's tied. You had a wonderful dad, and I did too. But of course, you will say your dad was the best, and I will say my dad was the best. But you know what? All the daddies out there are wonderful. We thank you all. Oh, yes. They work hard, and they protect the families. And provide. And provide, of course. And they offer guidance. And love. Yes, and love, of course. Definitely. They would not be out there working hard and providing for the family and providing protection and love and guidance if they didn't love their kids. They adore their children. I know my son. I know my husband. I mean, he adored my son, and he was so happy when my son was born. Aww. And then when my daughter was born, he was also very happy. Daddy's little girl. Yeah, he wanted a girl too. He wanted a boy and a girl. So, That's perfect. That's perfect. Oh yes, so I have such sweet memories of my dad, even though I had him only for 10 years. But I know that to this day, I know that even though he's gone in heaven, he didn't want it, he loved life, but accidents do happen. And so I was really never sad, because I always knew that my dad, regardless if he's here or in heaven, that he still wanted me to be happy. And so I always carried that thought in the back of my mind that, no, my dad
wants me to continue to be happy.
Yes, and you know what? And he's always with you.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yes.
Definitely.
And my sweetest memories, my dad absolutely adored me, and my sister too. And so he would walk me after work. He would take me to the park, take me for long walks, and I used to be so energetic and happy. And on all the it was a beautiful park. I remember a lot of roses growing, and so sweet memories, such sweet memories.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well,
How about you, Merri?
I can't say I have a particular favorite Father's Day with my dad or even my husband, but we've always tried to make the day special for them. You know, breakfast in bed and just spending time.
Oh, yes.
My dad was a fantastic dad, and my husband too, of course.
He was so sweet.
But he used to always play games with us. He worked 3 jobs. He was always a hardworking man. He was a firefighter.
Yes, yes.
He actually served in World War II in the Navy.
Oh, he's a veteran.
And
too.
yes.
My husband's a veteran too.
Yes, very important. And he was always working, but the time he had, he always spent time with us, playing with us.
Yes.
We went on family vacations, and
I know.
he was just awesome.
Oh, he was.
And my husband, the same thing too. I mean, very hardworking man.
Oh, yes. So family oriented.
Yes, it's fantastic.
So family oriented.
Fantastic.
Yes.
And we always made sure they were happy on their special day, Father's Day. We cooked for them. We went out to eat.
Oh, yes.
Just made the day special. Definitely.
Oh, definitely.
Yes. So, Ella, what else would you like to talk about?
Well, I wanted to talk about the fact that all dads are terrific, but there are also really, really. I'm thinking about my youngest brother. He's a stepdad, and he's been wonderful to Mikey. And so there are so many stepdads out there that are doing such a terrific job, because in sometimes, like it would happen to my father, he died in an accident.
Yeah.
So, but my mom did not remarry, so she was by herself for a long time, and then she remarried when we were already grown-ups, adults. But there are women who do, remarry when the children are smaller, and that's when the stepdads. I'm thinking about my brother. His stepson was only his son. He considered Mikey's son. He doesn't have any children, so that's his son. Oh yes.
Definitely.
As far as he's concerned, that's his son.
Oh, definitely.
He raised him. He was only 3 years old because his dad lived far away, and so Mikey's blessed. He has 2 dads. He has 2 terrific.
So he's got 2 dads,
one long distance dad and one,
Definitely.
Well, so that worked out beautifully.
Well, talking about that, we have a nice prayer.
Oh, yes, you do.
And I'd like to start off the prayer.
Yes. Okay, Merri.
A Father's Day prayer. We give our thanks, Creator God, for the fathers in our lives. We ask for your blessings for them all and forgiveness where is needed. This Father's Day, we remember the many sacrifices fathers make for their children and families, and the ways, both big and small, they lift children to achieve their dreams, thought beyond reach.
So true, so true.
Yes.
So I will finish this prayer. So too, we remember all those who have helped fill the void when fathers pass early or are absent, such as my brothers, stepdads, and grandfathers and uncles, brothers and cousins, teachers, pastors, and coaches, and the women of our families. For those who are fathers, we ask for wisdom and humility in the face of the task of parenting. Give them the strength to do well by their children and by you. In your holy name, O God, we pray. Amen.
Very nice.
By Reverend Chuck Curie.
Yes, very, very nice.
Yes, yes.
All right. Well, on Father's Day, we always have a nice meal, and this is going to lead us into our next segment.
Okay.
Welcome to the arts and crafts portion. On Father's Day, sometimes we buy presents, but sometimes we like to make presents for Dad. And this is a great project for the mom or sister or whatever aunts to help the kids make for their dads.
Superman.
And it's basically using fabric markers. In this case, fabric markers. Just using the stencils and just coloring.
That's for our cameraman. Yes, it's beautiful.
Yes. Now Ella has her apron.
So I went to, as I always do on the weekends, I go to visit my granddaughter. We drive for about an hour, and I brought all those stencils and 2 aprons that Merri got us. She was gracious enough to get these for us. And so my little sweetheart, granddaughter, and I were doing some coloring.
She did a good job.
Well, a little bit. I had to actually hold the stencils.
Well, she's only 3 years old, but look at that. That's pretty good.
Well, she was scribbling, and this one I was holding the stencils very well. And I said, Emily, over here.
She did
but
great.
This one she did all by herself, as you can see. This one and these, and she tried to make happy faces.
Is this one for her dad, or is this one for Dennis?
Well, this one, it says Dennis and Adam, whichever one the dads want to take. Well, this one has more of her work on it. She was getting tired at this point.
That's okay.
So I had to help her out with this one here.
That is so awesome.
Oh, yes, I love it.
Now you have some other arts and crafts, Ella?
Oh, yes. I made this cute little wreath because I love going to Michael's Hobby Lobby, Michael's Crafts, and I made those little tiny little roses. You see the tiny ones?
Yeah.
And so I decided to make a little wreath out of it. Isn't it pretty?
That is really, really nice.
It's really, and this is something that you can't buy anywhere because, of course, you create it yourself.
Oh, yeah. I noticed you brought this too, Ella.
Oh, I didn't make this one, but we. And so we used to make. Oh, well, this is Sharon made this. You know Sharon. And so she did what took a long time because every one of these has to be tied. You see,
very nice.
And I just wanted to show you what we used to do when we were kids. And it's really nice. I think I'm going to make one like that with my granddaughter too.
I think she'll have a
blast. Oh yes, she loves. She likes that. She's very artistic.
And I
do too, and you do too.
Awesome. What's
yes.
Well, actually, we have a very special prayer. And let's say it together, Ella.
Okay.
Ready?
Happy Father's Day to the best Father of all, our Creator, the Lord God Almighty. Your children love you.
Welcome to the cooking portion of our show. We are going to be making chicken kebabs for Father's Day today. So, as you can tell, this is the chicken. Now let's get started with the marinade and let's get going. Okay, so I've got a nice bowl here. And we're going to start off, well, you have to start off with using soy sauce. But I am a big fan of this sauce from Costco. It's called Yoshida sauce. So I'm going to use that in its place. And you need actually a half a cup of soy sauce. So I am going to pull out my measuring cups. There's your half cup. Very good. Then the next we're going to need is 1/4 of a cup of maple syrup. I love my maple syrup, everybody. So let's get that. Excuse the noise. Here we go. There's your maple syrup. All right. Then we're going to need 1/2 of a teaspoon of salt. Not teaspoon, tablespoon. My mistake. So let me get my spoons here. That's one. Okay, here we go. Here's the hat. So where's our salt? Oh, hiding right behind the pineapple juice, of course. So here we got our half. Fill that up here. And we're also going to use 1/2 of a tablespoon of pepper. So here we go. All right, very, very good. And now we're going to need a teaspoon of ground garlic. So here we go. Get that going. There we go. There's your garlic. And then we're going to need 1
cup of pineapple juice. We've got our pineapple juice right here. And we're going to fill it up. All right, here we go. 1 whole cup. Stir it up. And of course, now we need to stir. All right. And now we are going to get ready to marinate. So let's put the chicken right in the bigger bowl here. And we're going to just put the sauce right in. And we're going to just toss it around. Make sure it's well coated. And we're going to put plastic wrap on it now. And we're going to let it sit overnight. And then we'll go to step 2 tomorrow. See you later. Hi everybody, now step 2, putting it all together. Before we actually start cooking on the grill, I wanted to mention it's a very good idea to partially cook your vegetables and your meat, and especially your squash. So now let's just put it together. All right, you get a piece of the squash, put that on. Then we're going to get some chicken. Right. All right. And then we're going to have pepper. And then we're going to put a couple pieces of onion. All right. Then we're going to put some pineapple, my favorite. A tomato. And then we're going to just keep the process going again with the squash. And I'm going to put a piece of chicken, pepper, again the onion, oopsie daisy. I'm going to do the tomato. And we're going to cook this on the grill, but after we're done cooking on the grill, I like to top it off with a nice cherry. And now we are ready to actually put this on the grill, and I guess that'll be it for now. And I'm going to show you a cute little thing I learned in the microwave regarding our corn on the cob. We'll see you later. Now for step 3, where the kebabs are being cooked on the grill. I usually like to get my corn ready, and normally I would boil it in a big pot, but since it's just a few people, I like to actually cook it right in the microwave. And someone taught me this secret of how to cook it real quickly, and it's basically cooking the corn as is in the microwave for like about 4 minutes. So here we go. All right, that's cooking, and we'll see you in a few minutes. Now for the next step, everybody. We just took the corn out of the microwave, and you could either let it cool down or you just run it under some cold water because it does get pretty hot. But I just wanted to show everybody how easy this is to peel now. I mean, look how easy. And the hair, and the, I guess you can say the hair of the corn doesn't even stick to the corn. I mean, look how easy. And then after that, you just, you could just eat it like this, like that. Or you just take all the leaves off. And as you can tell, the corn is nicely cooked. No hair on it, basically. Really? It's so easy. So now we'll wait for our kebabs, and we'll wait for our finished product when Ella comes. See you later.
Hi everyone, I am making chocolate squares today. So this is step 1. I combined 1 cup of flour, 1 stick of butter or margarine if you're counting calories, but I'm using butter today, and 1
half a cup of chopped nuts. So I combined all that, and I am going to mix it all in and spread it into the, transfer it into, and spread it into the baking pan. The baking pan, I'm looking at the directions. It has to be 13 by 9. So once I do that, I'm going to bake it for 15 minutes, and I need to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. So see you soon. And here again, that's step 1. That's how I make the crust for chocolate squares. 1 cup of flour, 1 stick of butter or margarine, whichever one you prefer, and half a cup of chopped nuts. That's step 1. See you in a little bit. Okay, so the oven is preheating at 350, and my crust is all set. I transferred the dough, and I had to use my left hand because the dough was so sticky, so I had to use my left hand, and I did a nice job spreading it out evenly. So here we are now. I'm about to bake it for 15 minutes. The sound should be going off pretty soon. I'm preheating the oven still. And then I will bake it for 15 minutes, and I will cool it off and start step 2. That's going to be the filling. See you soon. So the crust is all baked. I baked it for 15 minutes, 15 minutes. And now I'm ready to begin step 2, cream cheese filling. So I have 1 8-ounce cream cheese, with a 2-pack. I'm going to use only one of them. And I need also 1 cup of powdered sugar, but I like to make my desserts low sugar, so I will most likely use only half a cup as opposed to 1 cup. And then I also need 1 cup of Cool Whip. So here we go, 1 cup of Cool Whip. And the recipe does not call for sour cream, but I love the taste of sour cream. So most likely I will use 1 to 2 tablespoons of sour cream. And then all I have to do is get my mixer and blend it all up and spread this cream cheese filling over the crust. And the crust has to be cooled off. So I guess I'm all set to begin. Let me roll up my sleeves. See you in a little bit. So the cream cheese filling is all set. It's nice and smooth. So the crust is cooled off, so I'm ready to spread it over the crust. And I should mention to you that I only used half a cup of powdered sugar. And so I used only half a cup, and that's plenty, because it came out pretty sweet tasting. So I would not use the cup like the recipe calls. I'm always going to use half a cup as opposed to 1 cup, and the recipe called for 1 cup. Okay, so that's step 2. And step 3, I'll be making the pudding filling, and that's nothing more than butterscotch pudding and Jello chocolate pudding, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then when I'm done with the chocolate and butterscotch pudding filling, I will spread it over the cream cheese filling, and then top it with the remaining Cool Whip that's left over in the container. Okay, so see you in a little bit. So my chocolate squares dessert is all done. As you can see, I have quite a few layers over here, starting with the crust, and then I have the cream cheese filling and the pudding filling, and finally the Cool Whip topping. And I used Reese's peanut butter chips since I had some left over. I hope I didn't make it too sweet by using too many of them. And so you can use your favorite topping, Reese's Pieces, chocolate chips, whatever you want to use. But you don't want to make it too sweet by putting too many of them on top of the Cool Whip. Okay, so and also the recipe calls for the biggest container of Cool Whip. So I'm using the 16-ounce container.
And so again, for step 3, pudding filling, you need 1 box of instant butterscotch pudding, 1 box of instant chocolate pudding, and you need to mix it with 3 cups of milk and add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I use 3 teaspoons since I love the taste of vanilla. And then you spread this part over the cream cheese filling, and then you use the remaining Cool Whip that's in your Cool Whip container, and that's what you want to top your dessert with. Okay, so that's pretty much all that you do, and then you top it with your favorite topping. Okay, so also I wanted to mention that since I couldn't find a box of instant butterscotch pudding anywhere, and I bought the ready-made butterscotch, so I only used 1.5 cups of milk, because that was only for 1 box. So the 3 cups of milk you use only if you're using 2 boxes, okay? Because otherwise, if you do, it's going to be way too liquidy. So so what you want to do, only if you have if you buy the two boxes of instant pudding. Otherwise, if you can only find 1, then you just use half the milk the recipe calls for, which would be 1.5 cups. Okay, everyone? So take care and enjoy. This is my favorite all-time dessert. So take care, everyone.
Now this is the finished product. These are the chicken kabobs, and we have some potato salad and the corn on the cob, a nice salad, some iced tea, and Ella, tell us about your dessert.
Well, Mary, I made my all-time favorite dessert, chocolate squares.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Oh, yes. And as you can see, I didn't refrigerate it long enough, but the pan is right now in the fridge, so we'll be eating it nice and cold.
Wonderful.
But as you can see, all those layers, pudding layer, cream cheese layer, and homemade, not frosting, but crust. And Cool Whip, and I topped it with butterscotch, peanut butter chips, and Reese's Pieces on peanut butter chips, and minced walnuts.
Wonderful. Mm-hmm. All right, this will bring us to our next segment.
Oh yeah! Ooh, everything looks so yummy. You wanna dig in?
Oh yeah. Welcome to the last words.
Yes, welcome everyone. So Mary looked up a few quotes, and I will read the top one, Mary.
Okay.
It's by Wade Boggs. In quotes, anyone can be a father, but it takes someone special to be a dad, to be a daddy.
That is so true.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And I want to tell everybody, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell, so you'll be notified the next time we release our next exciting video. Mm-hmm. And please comment. Your opinion means a lot to us. That's all, folks.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy
everyone.
Father's Day. God bless.
Yes, God bless.
We can't thank you enough for taking good